Welcome back to Don't Bother Wearing Seatbelts. Today, we're unlocking another classic episode that's available for the very first time outside the paywall. In this conversation, we're joined by Hillary and Per Olbratset of High Water Marks to celebrate their wonderful album, Consult the Oracle. We dive into the band's signature dueling vocal chemistry, the making of the record, and plenty of delightful detours along the way. From Vikings to the essential Norwegian artists everyone should have on their playlist. If you missed this one the first time around, you're in for a treat.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. I bet. Yeah. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. It's gosh, I mean, it's moving so fast. I just don't even know what's gonna happen. I mean,
Oh my God.
let's do it. Maybe the Oracle can help us figure out what's gonna happen.
What is your oracle that you consulted, though?
Well,
Yeah.
Your heart, your mind,
Yeah.
the four track?
yeah, there's many things actually, many oracles. Like in our lives, I suppose. But there's definitely something magical here where we live that makes me feel sometimes like I'm consulting something.
Every time you show any kind of pictures or video around your house, I can feel the magic. It's so beautiful out there.
Well, it's crazy because where we live is it was a major gathering place, like in the Iron Age, like in the Viking time. And so we live really close to a Viking graveyard, but people came here to do rituals with cooking pits and sacrifice, for fertility, for their crops and for general fertility, I guess. And sometimes I feel like there's a really good reason for that.
Ask it a question, it tells you no lies. You'll see your future in somebody's eyes. Always inside you, the questions fill out. Hearing the answers, you're riddled with doubt. It's alright, it's okay. You don't have to take it, just give it away. You're okay, you're alright. The oracle tells you that you'll be alright. See what you wanna see and believe it. Do what you wanna do, it's okay. Say what you wanna say, never doubt it. Hear what the oracle has to say.
It's pretty cool. Like when I first came here to visit, Pirola was like, "Oh, I'm afraid you're gonna get bored here," and I was like, we drove in, and I was like, "Oh my God! Like I can't believe you lived here. Like this is where you grew up. Like what the fuck, man?"
Yeah, you grew up in a fairy tale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. It's cool. He used to play in the Viking graveyard, play army and all that kind of stuff that little guys play.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the oracle wasn't foggy, so that's good.
Yeah, how do you guys keep putting out album after album in these past like 5 or 6 years that are just phenomenal?
I feel like there's a lot of time between them, really. But
I guess you're probably right. It feels like each one is so unbelievably good.
I'm nervous about it. I always get nervous about every record, before it comes out.
I think you guys are kind of on like the trajectory like 60s bands were that were only together, 5 or 6 years and they had to put out like 8 albums. That's the way like you guys are dropping singles and putting out albums and like so it just really shows your work ethic and your ability to pump out really great music. So.
Yeah.
It's fun. And also we live in a rural place, so it's like, everything that we do is sort of like we record, we make stuff, like, he draws. I've been sewing a lot lately. Like everything we do is kind of like rural stuff.
That's awesome. What's been the big difference in the new label? How has that changed anything for you guys with this release?
Territoria?
Yeah.
It's been great because we don't have to do anything. With Minty Fresh, we had to pay for all of our vinyl because they don't do vinyl. They don't have money, I guess. This is really nice because he does a lot of records and, he pressed them and like he sells them affordably, which I think is really great. So we're really happy so far. And the guy who runs it is just a really nice guy.
we actually like the other bands on the label, most of them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
The guy that hooked us up with the label is Mark Manone from the Locksmiths, if you know. He's got a band called Manone Alone, and he just told me like you should send a new record to this label because he likes that kind of stuff, and I did, and he just immediately wanted to work with us. So that was cool.
The 90s were full of, I can remember the Locksmiths and bands like that. What was going on over in Norway kind of in the 90s? Were you well aware of like what was going on in like the United States indie rock?
I was, yeah. Not so much like Elephant Six and stuff like that, but I was extremely into sort of Dinosaur Jr., Sabado, and Guided by Voices, and all that stuff, and lo-fi.
Yeah, were you kind of aware of bands like Tullycraft and stuff like that?
No, not at all. Not like twee kind of stuff at all. I had no idea.
I don't think anybody ever heard of that kind of stuff like here for a long time. It's like Scandinavia has a reputation of being really rockin'.
No, the Oracle was quite clear.
We love like occult art and stuff like that. We love tarot cards and like we have a kind of a fascination with all that kind of stuff. Like we're not like weird like witchy people or anything, but like mostly the art and stuff too. It's like it's really neat. Yeah, it's really neat, and it's really like it ties into a lot of oppression and stuff like that we still see today also, like why some of that exists, I guess, or why it had to exist as an alternative to, other things that were maybe more difficult, if that makes any sense.
I don't know the history of Norway. Is there, is like tarot like very prominent there?
Nah, I don't think so. Not more than any other places, I think.
No, I think here it's more like ruins and like, more like ancient Viking culture and stuff like that, which has its own kind of like magic to me anyway, like, because of all the gods and all the different things that they represent and stuff like that. I mean, you could sort of say that that's a cult or something in some ways, I guess.
I think it would seem too metal though if you started like with Viking stuff.
We do have a really, really cool picture of the four of us, though, in front of a Stav church, which is like those really ancient churches that all the black metal guys burnt down.
Yes.
And there's very few of them left because those guys are morons. And so we were really lucky to get to see one. Like I really wanted to show the other guys when they were here. So we went out of our way a little bit to go visit one, and we have a picture of us out there. And I think it's really fun because we're like a pop band, outside of the metal church.
Hell yeah.
Shadows and patriarchal light and biblical light. In the corners hiding on their shelves lives one of these clearly for herself. They're still burning ferociously today, but it's more in a figurative way. Intertwining their handmaids, their ashes, pass out from those so far.
Now, I'm not a closeted sports fan, but my football team is the Minnesota Vikings, and I will say that they do like pre Vikings games. My family had season tickets forever to the Minnesota Vikings, and they're ranked like the number one pre-game rituals and stuff. But it's all of this Norwegian lore that they like have put into the pre-game show, which is hilarious because like the Vikings run out of this like ship, this like kind of weird looking ship, and they shoot off fireworks, and then they have like fake snow that falls from the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
And they have all this like kind of like, to me what sounds like medieval music, like I'm sure it's, like has, but it's like modernly made, so it's like kind of sounds kind of dorky, but then, whatever. So they have all these like, and they're showing like, like weird Vikings, and they have all this stuff like, it looks like Braveheart or something on the screen. But then, like when they kick off the football, whatever, they play like Led Zeppelin, like I come from the land of the ice and the snow, and it's it's kind of ridiculous, but it's funny. So I bet if you guys experienced something like that, you'd be like, oh my gosh, this is like.
First, well, I want to say before I forget that Patrick, you and I are enemies because I am a Chicago Bears fan. So,
well, I every year now I go to the Bears Vikings game in Minneapolis with a guy from Chicago and his wife. So we represent both. But my dad, when I was growing up, I could hardly ever go to Bears games because he always went to the Bear Vikings games with his friends. So it was like the dad's day out, and it was always Bears Vikings fans. So I love football. So and you guys are gonna get good here soon. I feel it. It's been a while.
yeah, it's been a while. I mean, Jesus. But I'm not following so much now, but I did for a little while, especially when I was like kind of homesick and stuff. I started following, but I don't know anything about the last few years.
Well, now you have a really good quarterback, and he's cool because he like wears like fingernail polish and stuff. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, he gets a bad rap, but he's really, really cool. He gets a bad rap from like, whatever, your typical NFL football fan.
Of course.
Yeah, that type of situation. But he's really cool and really talented, and he will bring them salvation again, I believe.
That's great.
Walk away, you're in the picture postcard. I like the view, but we know that there is nothing better than green, gold, and blue. Can't you see me talking all the time, but you can't hear me too? And because you wrote it on the postcard, I know it's true.
I was going to ask you, Hillary, because I know that the Apples played with Pavement and stuff in the 90s. Like, what was that like getting to open for Pavement now, with high watermarks, like compared to, I'm sure you guys were playing kind of in bigger clubs in the 90s, but what was how did that come about? And, what was that experience like?
It was really cool to see those guys again and to like just hang out and say hi because I haven't really kept in touch with them or anything for a while. Like after the Apples toured, I would see Bob every now and again, and like I guess that's pretty much it. Or maybe Steve West a couple of times, but like I hadn't really seen or talked to any of those guys. And so it was really fun to see them and meet them again, and like also to have Rebecca there was just like mind blowing. I thought it was so cool. What a cool gig that is for her. And she's so talented, I mean, I think she adds so much to the sound. So
I agree. I mean, Pavement's my third favorite band ever. And getting to see that, my old band opened for their reunion show in 2010. And then getting to see the with Rebecca on this past one, I was like, she's kind of holding it all together so they can be a little looser.
yeah, yeah, totally.
Which was probably supposed to be Bob's job, but Bob wasn't really ever holding anything together because he was the loosest of them all. So it was so cool to see her kind of like holding down the ship and just kind of letting them flow, which I thought was really great. I felt like they played so well on that tour, and it was just kind of loose and fun, and I'm sure it was so fun opening for them.
It was really fun because it's actually really hard to get a gig in Norway. And so it was like a lot of people were like, wow, how did you guys manage to get that gig? Like because everybody's fighting for shows here. It's like impossible.
Why is that?
I think because especially, well, it was before COVID, but especially after COVID, people just aren't going out. And so if there's a gig, it's like it has to be kind of special, I guess, especially if you're a smaller band like we are. So all the clubs are really worried about who's gonna, like, are you gonna recoup? Are we gonna end up owing money, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of clubs in Spain, for example, I was trying to book us a couple of shows in Spain, and they're doing things there like if you get more than 50 people in, then you get the money for that. But if you don't, then like we take whatever money you guys made.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's like, but that's becoming like a trend here in Europe, actually. So yeah, I mean, it was like great to get that gig for just because, because of the past and how fun it is and how much I love Pavement, and also just because it was a huge win for us, like, kind of locally.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When I saw that was happening, I was like, oh, that is so cool. I wish I could go to those shows. You know what I mean? So
I wish you guys could have been there.
Yeah, it would have been amazing.
It was fun. But it's getting so hard to tour, like at all with a band because it's so complicated, especially for us because we have like Logan in the US and
Right.
you know,
That must take a lot of planning.
yeah, it does. Actually, we're playing a festival this summer without Logan because he couldn't come. So Astain's girlfriend is going to be playing bass.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
do you think you'll ever come back and tour the States again?
Right now, we're gonna come this summer. We had thought about trying to get some shows, but it was probably too late anyway. But like, I'm afraid to go there now because Perula, he didn't turn his green card after we moved away, and you're supposed to turn it in. And so I'm worried about that being on his record.
Oh, sure.
And one time before he got his green card, he overstayed his 90 days, and so that's probably on his record. And before that wouldn't have been a big deal, but now I'm just afraid that he would get detained or something.
Any reason they can find to point a finger at anyone who's different.
There's also like a lot of German, not a lot, but there's been, a few German citizens who were detained and actually sent to detention centers. And so pretty much like the whole of Europe is saying like don't travel to the US unless it's necessary. And if you do travel to the US, make sure that you have like a travel phone that's not like your regular phone. Don't bring your regular phone, bring a travel phone. Make sure, like you don't have like any sort of cache on it of like, anything that you might scroll, and don't have any social media on it. And like make sure that you have a really good immigration attorney on like the phone number to them on your person.
You should come see us in Norway this summer. We're playing a festival and with
Egerson.
with and Steve Keen is gonna be there and have
Really?
an art show.
Yeah.
He's gonna put up all his stuff and do the painting live and
Yeah, we're like playing as a duo in Egerson, and we're actually going to Greece next month to play in Athens, Greece as a duo, and then full band in France.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When you guys play as a duo, are you kind of like two acoustic guitars? Are you rocking drums and guitar? Or what? How do you guys do that?
We're doing two guitars, but like we use electric and like we use pedals and stuff and like try to make it like
we tried acoustic, but it was so weird.
yeah, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And we would rather stand up. I think standing up with an acoustic guitar is really like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They're so big.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So anyway, we do like a lot of our songs, and that we don't ever do live as the band. So that's kind of fun. And we've changed arrangements on some songs that we play a lot. So we have like kind of alternate versions that we play almost, which is fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always love hearing different versions live.
Yeah, I think I like that too. I hadn't thought about that, but that's really fun. And the song doesn't have to just exist in one way either. I can,
Right.
It's like if you see Yola Tango live or something, and they will play like all their songs are completely different, every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so cool, like too. Like I was, that's one of my favorite bands to see live because and like you guys, they have such a catalog, like you've grown such a catalog of music even in the past 7 years. Like what do you even decide to put on that set list when you guys are going to play a festival this year? Is it going to be mostly new stuff, or are you going to always kind of dive into older stuff too?
It's really daunting actually to think about like with the French festival we are doing songs that Ellen Einstein's girlfriend that's going to be playing with us, we're sort of letting her take the lead on that because we want her to play songs that she's comfortable playing, and so we're kind of going with that, like, but we're playing a lot of songs that like were singles and stuff like that too. But like when we play just the two of us, we pretty much can do anything. So I don't think we've decided exactly what we're going to play in Greece yet, but we definitely will be playing some songs from the new record. Like in the summer, we played a lot of songs that actually were really rocking live or on the recording that we played like mellow and kind of slow.
Yeah, that's cool. I think it's a good problem to have for a band where when that catalog gets big enough and you have multiple songwriters that you're like, oh my God, how do we do this in a 35-minute set? What do we choose? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I wonder what Guided by Voices, how they do that. Like,
Good Lord.
yeah. So like, if you play like one song from each album, you still have like a 2-hour set, you know?
Yeah. And I think it's hard when you have multiple songwriters in a band too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we fight a lot because, you know, we want to be like the dominant, both of us.
Yes, I always got that impression from you guys that there's just jockeying for first place at all times.
Yes.
When exactly when does the record come out officially?
May 16th?
May 17th is Norway's Constitutional Day, so that's kind of fun. Constitution Day, not constitutional. Jesus, I'm so bad at English now.
What is the English to Norwegian split in the language that you speak living in Norway? Because I know that most people in Norway do speak English, right? Like, maybe not most, but a lot.
A lot of people speak English, but everything like at work, at school, you know, everywhere in society, everybody speaks Norwegian. But if you have to speak English, then you speak English. You know, like if somebody comes, like if I come up to a grocery store and I'm like, you know, on the checkout line, if I start talking English, they'll answer me in English, but sometimes they'll be really shy about it,
Gotcha.
especially where we are.
How long did it take you to become fluent?
Well, I wouldn't still say I'm fluent. I think that I'm like,
You're fluent.
you think so?
Yeah, you're fluent.
That's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah, it is. It's really a relief, you know, and when I first started working with kids, they'd ask me like, why aren't you speaking Norwegian? And I'm like, but I'm speaking Norwegian to you right now because you understand me and you don't speak English. And they're like, huh? Because I sound funny, you know, like, and I didn't know all the words and stuff. So I get that a lot less now. Now the kids are just like, they think I talk like a different dialect.
have you guys ever pondered making a record in Norwegian?
No, I don't think we have.
No, but I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah.
I wasn't forcing it on you. I just wonder.
Great. Patrick says we have to do this now.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there a bunch of like is there like a bunch of like cool 60s bands we should know about from like that are Norwegian that you might want to like cover a song or something? That might be kind of interesting.
There's a couple of Norwegian bands from the 60s that I like, yeah. Like 126 is a really good one.
Okay.
And The Dream,
Oh,
yeah.
see,
And
I'm unaware. I'm learning.
yeah.
There's a lot of Norwegian prog, I think, too, right?
Well, there's a lot of like, yeah, like Prague. Yeah, but Swedes are the worst proggers.
Well, the worst for the best. I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah, but the worst being the best, probably.
I got a Norwegian artist about a year ago that somebody was telling me about, and I liked it quite a bit. I'm trying to remember. I think the last name was like Mollestad or something like that.
Oh, Hedvig Mollestad?
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting, very guitar oriented album.
Oh, that's cool.
Experimental, a little bit.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
She's on that small town super sound.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's all like really interesting kind of experimental stuff, that whole label.
Yeah. Most of the good stuff here, I feel like is like more experimental stuff, maybe.
But that new King Husky record is great.
Oh yeah,
and, like,
you guys need to listen to that. He's
he's
the.
hilarious.
ha-
Like
ha-
his lyrics are
Have
so
you guys
funny.
heard the band Queller Talk?
No.
They toured with High on Fire and Metallica and stuff like that.
They're a Norwegian
Yeah,
band.
the Norwegian like metal band. But
They're huge.
the guitar player, he's got his solo project is like indie rock,
Really?
and he's got really hilarious lyrics, and he talks about wanting a dog and like buying new running shoes.
Or like that one that was really funny about like going to a music industry party, like at a bar.
It sings about like label night, like DJing at a label night. It's hilarious. But you should check it out. I made the cover for his album and all his singles and stuff.
One thing about playing as a duo and like we live together too, it's like no problem. It's
Yeah,
like
last summer we went, played gigs around Europe with our dog. we brought our dog in the van and we just drove around and played.
yeah, we camped and we drove around, played shows, camped.
What did your dog play? What instrument?
He played deep howl.
Yeah, growling, like.
Well, I hate to break up the party, but I wanted to thank you for your time again. I really enjoyed the album a lot. Sounds like both Matthew and Patrick did too.
Excellent.
For sure.
It definitely sounds like the same band, but they're new songs for sure. They have it's a very different sort of feel overall, and I really enjoy it. So it actually powered me as I was mowing my lawn this morning and walking the dogs. So
Oh, that's so
Good.
cool. Well, I'm so glad. You guys are so nice. We appreciate you so much.
Oh, you guys are the best. And I cannot wait to have this thing in my hands and put it on my record player. I'm very excited.
Oh, I'm excited too. I can't
Uh,
wait to see it, the beautiful yellow vinyl.
Yeah, any day now we're gonna get a box of records, and I'm really excited.
It's so good to know that you can make music that somebody would mow the lawn to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's really great.
Well, thank you guys. Great to talk to you again.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
to talk to you all. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Talk to you later.
Join us in 2 weeks for the second half of our conversation with Michael Turner of Happy Happy Birthday to Me Records. It's another deep dive into one of independent music's most passionate champions, and you won't want to miss it. Until then, do what brings you joy. And maybe listen to some good music while you're at it.